Now, targeting those bigger sharks in itself becomes a specialized challenge and requires a lot of determination and patience, as with all facets of angling. Making sure you've got the correct tackle and understanding the behavior and the patterns these species follow is essential in getting the results. Now, this week we're going to kick off with one of the most popular species, the bronze whaler, also known as a bronzy, that used to be the most popular species in Namibia, but over the last decade became one of the top species in South Africa as well. Now, we have seen a lot of bronzies being caught in South Africa in the last decade with some amazing specimens. A bronze whaler of well over 200 kilos were caught in Cape Town by Greg Killerman not too long ago, and now stands as the SA record. From the Namibia right round to the Transkei, we often see these great fish over the summer months, and huge specimens accompany the sardines every year on the Natal coast over the winter months. Cape Town or Falls Bay fast became one of the very popular destinations to target these magnificent fighters over the summer months. The bronzy is a very balanced opponent with a large fuel tank. With that we mean they don't give in quickly and are fairly fast fish and will sometimes do several spectacular leaps out of the water. Now, a couple of years ago, Abel managed to land a spectacular fish of 147 kilos at Spreeuwballe in the Langebaan Lagoon. And last year, December, myself and Caroline took a trip to Spreeuwballe at Langebaan and was rewarded with a great specimen of 137 kilos. What a spectacular battle this was. Definitely one of the top 3 sharks to target. Now, next up we got a shark that's not all that common, especially at this size. One of our visits to Mtunzini proved to be a memorable experience. Woo-hoo! That's exactly what we wanted, a good pull this afternoon. Just quickly come to the beach. The Java shark, or more commonly known as a pig-eye shark, resembles the Zambezi in most aspects, with a few small differences. The skin is distinctively rough, with a generous layer of slime. In most other aspects, they are very similar to the Zambezi, with a similar distinctive head shake. I don't know what it is, if it's a blackfin or a Java. It's got an exceptional big dorsal fin. They're also very stubborn fighters and won't give up easily. The Java is more likely to take a dead bait than a Zambezi, that we all know prefers a live bait most of the time, and they don't grow to the size a Zambezi does. The Java mainly occurs on the beaches of Mtunzini in the summer months, and even though several specimens get caught every year, a fish of this size at 119 kilos was a most memorable experience and will stay with me for many years to come. And now for a small man with a big appetite. Rudolf Skeepers has proven over the years that big fish is his forte.
Doesn't feel like a giant, but nevertheless it's a bite. One of those 30 to 50 kilo fish.
It is believed geologically that the lemon shark only occurs in the mid-tropical water, like the Bahamas. But over many years, a handful of anglers were fortunate enough, when the conditions were optimal, to get these prized species off the beaches at Saltwater Bay. And not only did Rudolf again hook one of those spectacular sharks, but he caught a fish that would have been a new SA record. Now, even though Rudolf was affiliated to SASA in order to claim records, he overlooked to adhere the rule of squashing the barbs on the slide trace on this particular day. Nevertheless, this is one memorable catch Rudolf will carry with him for many years after a more than 3-hour battle. The lemon shark is one worthy opponent that doesn't give in easily, and Rudolf proved that patience and determination is the name of the game. This stocky, powerful shark is named for its pale yellow-brown to grey skin, which lacks any distinctive markings. This provides perfect camouflage when swimming over the sandy seafloor in its coastal habitat. It has a flattened head with a short, broad snout, and the second dorsal fin is almost as large as the first. Now, of the 22 known lemon shark attacks over the last 350 years, none have resulted in death. Well done, Rudolf. What a fish.
Don't want that thing to bite you. As you can see, that shark's got a huge pectoral fin. And that's the reason for that very strong, hard fight. It's also small, but this huge pectoral just lies in the water like that. And very, very strong fish. Let's get it back in the water. Yes, well done, pal. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your help.
You go beat me, don't you?
That was great.
Now with Rudolph, it's very simple. A beach, some bait, the right tackle, and there he does it again. On another trip to Sodwana, Rudolph managed to lure in a prize fish, and after a 3-hour battle landed one of the most respectable sharks in southern Africa, the tiger shark. Even though tiger sharks are commonly found fairly inshore, they are just out of the casting zone, and very few shore anglers have these prize fish on their catch list. They are frequently spotted offshore by boats off our eastern coastline, but only a few catches from the shore were recorded on our northern KwaZulu-Natal coast in the summer months. All tiger sharks generally swim slowly, which, combined with cryptic coloration, may make them difficult for prey to detect them in some habitats. They are especially well camouflaged against dark backgrounds. Despite their sluggish appearance, tiger sharks are one of the strongest swimmers of the cocarinate sharks. Once the shark has come close, a speed burst allows it to reach the intended prey before it can escape. Now, with the conditions turning optimal, several anglers were busted up through the night. And when Rudolph got stuck into this 142-kilogram tiger, there was only one option for him: to land this fish. 3 hours later, Rudolph took some of the most epic pictures alongside this magnificent creature. Although shark attacks are a relatively rare phenomenon, the tiger shark is responsible for a large percentage of fatal attacks, and is regarded as one of the most dangerous shark species.
Quarter notch, I guess 130, maybe bigger. It's difficult to say with this fish, but very, very happy with this fish. Very happy. What a beautiful fish. My first big tiger ever. I'm so chuffed. Very, very happy. Awesome fight. Get him back in the water.
Guys, as I mentioned last week, when targeting these bigger sharks, make sure you identify a safe landing area to ensure the least possible stress and harm to these magnificent creatures. Make sure you release it safely and as quick as possible.